Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another live trading session. So, we're going to kick things straight off with a little look on Bitcoin. So, we actually have come to this level right now, and we're going to have a look if we seem to be breaking through it right now. We've come directly to the level, and we've kind of started to bounce off it already, but we still could have some consolidation at this level before an actual real move continues. Now, so what we could currently see is a further consolidation at this short-term support. So we would look something like this until we crack through, or we reclaim this level of 79k relatively quickly. But it all depends on kind of this, well, it all depends in this area really. So if we can reclaim this level of 79k relatively quick, then we will definitely, well, not definitely, but we have a higher chance of coming back up to the 80k level again. So liquidity does lie in the upper range. So we've got 123 million at 79,929, so nearly 80k, give or take. So here we took a very nasty trade last night, and yeah, it was down about 6k, which is just insane. But we can have a look at something else for today. We've got Ethereum. Actually, no, we'll have to stick to the standard coins, as traditional markets are closed, so we won't really see too much movement for other coins. So I believe we will come in for a little push to the downside before we actually get some real movement. So we've failed at this peak here, and then here again. So I believe we will be coming in for a push to the downside until an actual real move has kind of appeared. So we're coming for a short position on that. Same for Bitcoin as well. We'll come to 77,867. So it was on Pudgy Penguins. Just going to go in for a short position. There we go, we've got the two market orders. We'll cancel them, cancel that one as well. So right now, I believe we will see some consolidation within this range, like I said, before we actually get an actual move. So we'll get something like this maybe, a bit closer. So, but that move from the downside, from the upside, sorry, to the downside, hit that level, and then a potential move to that 78k. If not, then we'll most likely come for a push to the downside. Do 77,855 for Bitcoin. And a stop loss of, let's say, 140 on to like 50, 54. What else have we got? We've got Ethereum. We can come in for a position on Ethereum as well to come back to this support level, 2,173. 2,173, 2,173. Strange, why are we getting... Oh, it's pudgy penguins. We need Ethereum, 2,173. We'll do a so we'll do stop loss as well, so we can come in at about 60. Let's see. I'll do 78. And now for pudgy penguins, let's have a look. That's pretty reasonable, and then we can come down to 0.008418, 0.008148. No, that's wrong. That's definitely a lot less. Yep. So we was looking at 0.008419, 0.008419. Yeah, so we need to realistically have we need Ethereum to be coming down to this support level that we have got at this bottom here. So we've had many touches to the upside, but we've failed multiple times as well. So look at what we've got liquidity-wise for Ethereum actually. Yeah, upper range as well. So 103 million liquidity at 2,191. believe we will slowly be coming in for a move to that level. We are losing momentum slowly. Bitcoin is kind of in the same exact position as well. We've had multiple actually fails to come to the upside, so judging from the market structure, I believe we will come in for another push towards the downside. Liquidity is in the upper range like it was yesterday, but we still got a further move to the downside, as you can see, 103 million. So that Ethereum trade actually just got stopped out, as I believe we got to we just got to the amount. We did come for a little dip to the downside actually first, and then we kind of came bullish, as you can see. We might get stopped out for this Bitcoin trade too, which is not a great start, but and then just as we had this move to the upside, well, we got stopped out on Ethereum, but now we've had a push towards the downside, which is interesting. But from this level, we could actually come in for a push to the upside actually. So we can come in for a long position at around this level. Now, I'm going to do that on Ethereum. So say if we come down to a level of, I said 2,173.06, then we can realistically open a trade for a long position. So we'll put in a limit order in, 2,170. 3.0606, and that would be for 2,179. Well, let's just do 2,180. Just round it off. 2,180. Stop loss. We'll do that just in a sec. Now that limit order will be placed, and we can actually set the take profit. So we've got 322. We can realistically put in about, let's say $100 down. That'll do. Looking pretty good on Pudgy Penguins. Bitcoin doesn't seem to. I mean, the market is going to be slow today. It's Saturday. Traditional markets aren't open today, so we don't have the big boys trading today. So now we are literally just consolidating within this level. So the most important thing right now is if we break through this level to the downside, or if we actually bounce from it and continue back up, let's say to about 79k. If we reclaim 79k, then we will definitely, well, you can't say definitely because we can't 100% guarantee a move in the market, but we can expect to move back up to 80 to 82k as we have reclaimed this bullish area. So right now we are slightly looking bearish short term. So we could see a further move through this short term support level, which would most likely take us down to the major support that we have, about 71k. So those are currently the levels we are kind of watching. So the market has stayed between these levels for a long time now, as you can see, but we've been trading now within this short-term support level for quite some time, and it is valid. We've had many confirmations. So right now we could see one or two ways. Well, we could see maybe even three. A further consolidation until an actual move. So we could see, you know, not cracking through this short-term support level and then reclaiming this 79k, and then potentially trading and moving like it has been within this area. But it could also move for a further move to the downside, or we can get a fake out and then a move up. But yeah, currently we are looking to come for a little push to the downside first. We haven't really had any moves further to the downside just yet. We've kind of been stuck within this key level. We've got some support, we've got some resistance. I can see it just you know, looking at the chart. But just for a peace of mind, we can actually drop in some genuine key levels. We'll go full screen so we can have a wider view. Will we count that? We went based off of this candle here. We've got a false break and a confirmation straight after, which is good. We've got some confirmation here, there, and there. So that's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Now, we did actually enter this trade. We actually need a third. We'll draw these lines up and then I'll have a look on their Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum. That's kind of the level we have. Candle there, candle confirms it, a false break, and then a candle finally at the end. So this is currently the level that we have. Now we can come in for we'll change it to blue so we don't get confused. Let's do 3-piece. Why does that one look more blue? I mean, it's the same blue, but am I the only one? Am I colorblind? I don't know, but no, that's definitely different tones of blue. Pudgy Penguins looking positive. Now Bitcoin is... it's kind of stuck within this whatever it's in right now. It's had a very big push to the upside now, actually. The question is, are we going to break through that level or not? That is the question. That is the question. That is the question. We are slowly pushing towards the upside. It's a relatively strong move though. Yeah, so that Bitcoin position has been stopped out, unfortunately. So you'll see this pretty much this exact move on all the coins. So let's have a look. Ethereum, pretty much the same structure. But right now we've kind of actually broken above this resistance as well, pretty heavily right there. And then again, but then we've kind of come back within, but now we are still pushing outside. So that right there could suggest a further move towards the upside. But right now it's hard to tell because there's nothing really driving that price to be coming so high. I mean, we do have liquidity, but then the situation isn't getting better. So 103 million there. 81 now. I think we had about 100 and something earlier, 130, which is pretty decent. Yeah, we had 79.9 something. Yeah, I believe it was this level, 79,929. So we had about 100 and something million there. Now it's only 81, which is well, weaker obviously. There's a bit of a liquidity pool here at 78,786. But we're kind of failing to come to that level there, and then here as well. So we can actually have a look what happened last time. I believe it was here yesterday. No, it wasn't. It was here. So you can see we consolidated for a very, very long time. We kind of had a key level here. Here again, we kind of broke through to the upside, but then we still pushed back down heavily. Consolidated for quite a long time. So from about 10 o'clock to 7 a.m. That's crazy. So all throughout the night, we've just had consolidation. So there's not really been any major move. Now we did come past the support. Consolidated below, and then we had a big move towards the downside. So from about 78,900 all the way down to 78,000, which is crazy. And then consolidation, further move to the downside, and a low of 77,605. So I believe we have actually reached the short-term support level, which is this line here. So we could be in for a move back up towards the upside, unless we actually break this level. But it's hard to tell because we need more time. So it's too soon to tell where the price is kind of headed, just because of all this uncertainty and anything that's happening. Because right now we could even get news that, I don't know, the blockade is blown up. Like everything's just bombing and everything just started going crazy. Then yeah, we'll definitely see Bitcoin absolutely dump to the floor. Maybe even at 60k, like 66k, or we'll definitely see it come to 71k if that's the case. But a positive scenario would definitely push us back up to 79k, and then we can reclaim the 80k level that we previously had.
This is the perfect.
Let's have a look. Crude oil is still at a pretty large. Yeah, it's crazy. Have a look at Fartcoin actually. Yeah, I mean we're not going to see anything in a 1 minute time frame because, well, there's not a lot of money in the coin itself. Obviously there's 150 million into Bitcoin, so you know you kind of get the idea. That's volume wise we're talking, not in the actual, you know, coin itself. No. Bitcoin's now made a big push. Well, I won't say big, but it's pushed higher than this previous peak. So we may even see a further move towards the upside. What have we got? Let's have a look. Let's have a look on Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, we're most likely going to get closed out on this trade. But that's if we successfully come above that previous peak there. Yes, there we go. We've got shut out. I believe making a move higher towards that 78k for Bitcoin. Well, actually 79k looks like. No, 78,800, 79k pretty much. Now currently we are at a pretty difficult level because price could obviously still kind of, you know, turn around at this exact level that we've got right now and come for a further move to the downside. So the market right now is very uncertain, very confusing, and not really too nice to be trading in, if I'm going to be completely honest. Crude oil just took a big drop, a very big drop. So that's definitely pushed Bitcoin higher. Forces from enemy side, Ukraine and Russia war related. Yeah, so we'll definitely have a lot less going on this weekend. Well, as you know, weekend. Nothing really happens. Maybe we'll see something from Trump's side, but I highly doubt it. So this move right now could actually stretch into the week. Strength-wise, we're looking pretty okay. We're at 58.15. Crude oil just, yeah, it took that big, well, I won't say big, but we do have a push to the downside, but then we can't really see too much for Bitcoin. We did see a little push to the upside, some more movement, but now it looks like it's struggling at this exact level. Tether Gold will probably, no, Tether Gold actually took a big dump to the downside actually. It's kind of surprising. I would have thought in this tense situation, you know, gold would have been a little bit higher, but it turns out it's not. SUI does seem to be moving a little bit different than, you know, other coins that are connected to Bitcoin. What have we got for Doge? What's Doge telling us? So right now, currently everything has kind of took a push towards the upside. So right now, it's kind of hard to interpret where we're headed. I feel like I need an actual move to the downside first to then actually come in for a trade to the upside. But I do feel like we may. I mean, there's not really much of a probability that we are going to come down to that level. In case this is just, you know, this is already the bounce happening. And let's say by the end of the weekend, we're already back at 79k, which would kind of be okay and put us back in the same situation we left on yesterday, before this major move to the downside. So the correction could even end as soon as, let's say, the end of tomorrow. But then at the same time, it may not. It depends mostly on, let's say, things like the news. ETF inflows are still like, well, pretty much the same, so I'm not really expecting too much from that. People aren't as, you know, aren't as crazily scared, but yeah, like I say, it's hard to predict where price is kind of headed right now. Even with all the, you know, key levels that we've got, Bitcoin does sometimes not even want to stick within those levels. Like you can see, we're still pushing higher towards the upside. We've got a big peak there. Momentum's still okay, 62.19. Got Bitcoin Cash. Everything seems to be pushing to the upside right now. Bitcoin is struggling to get past its previous peak though. We've not really had any news. Liquidity is still the same. Yeah, 81.61. I mean, it's nothing, you know, it's nothing at all. We are kind of pulling towards 78,700, and that is just below our 79k level that we are kind of wanting to get back for this continuation of this whole bullish move. So right now we've actually took this massive dip. So liquidity does lie just below that 70k level, so 78,846. Now if we were to look at something else, so go BNB. Yeah, I mean it's either going to break through above these peaks, or we'll see an actual move to the downside, and it will kind of stick within the key level that we had drawn for Bitcoin, I believe, or was it something else? Can't see my chart. Oh my god. The computer's lagged out. Let me try fix it. Is it all good now? It should be.
И ответственность. About you exemption.
So, like I was saying, we don't have any current positions open right now. We do have Ethereum open. If we do come to a level like we did before, yeah, this is the level we had for Ethereum. So this is our limits. 2173.06. Now that line is slightly more blue because we have the limit order there, so it makes it a little bit more green. Now, as you can see, we kind of failed here to get that level, and now we still seem to kind of be in for a push towards it. Yeah, we've got no really, well, it's pretty you know, straightforward. I've not got any news today. Relatively quiet. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that screen. Showed on mine that everything's fine, but yeah, I guess not. Apologies for that, guys. What do you guys want to see me trade? Anything in particular? We've got a lot of commodities. We've got a silver, we've got gold, we've got Pepe, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot. Anything you guys want to see in particular? Let me know. Let me know. Crude oil did actually see a pretty big push. Well, it's actually not a big push considering we haven't seen any news or anything. Let's have a look. So we've got Tether Gold. Gold is a little bit jumpy today. So we have rounded off in the indicators. So we may even be in for a push towards the downside. We have failed to come past that previous, well, we've actually come past the previous peak, but we've failed to hold it. So I believe we may even be in for a move to the downside. Oil is going to be coming back up. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. Yeah, slowly starting to look that way. Now, silver on the other end looks like it's on the same kind of path. So we're coming in for a short position on silver. We'll do 75.7 as we take profit. And then for gold, we'll do 4,527.1. 4,527.1? Was it 27? Yes. What just happened on gold? What just happened on gold? We just had an order on and then it's just kind of disappeared. 4,727. Nope. $4,527, that's what we had. 4,527.1. $1,199. That's perfectly fine. Not sure why it just disappeared, but sell limit. My order should have been in there a long time ago, but somehow it didn't go in. We don't really see too much movement for gold and silver. Like I said, traditional markets are closed. But yeah, there's definitely more movement on Bitcoin, let's say. It looks like Bitcoin is trying to move towards the upside. Yes, it's at this previous peak now. So if we do break above the previous peak, then we will definitely see a little bit of a further move to the upside. Now you can see Wales are extremely bullish, 1.64 million. Mid is bullish, retail slightly bullish. We have got 55.9 million liquidity in long positions and 2.79 in shorts. So you can see the difference is huge. You know, the difference is absolutely huge. It looks like we've been rejected from that level again. But the thing is, for Wales, the fact that the market does come down to a lower level, that kind of puts them in a better position, which they can use to their advantage. So if price, let's say, comes back down to kind of this area where we started to come bullish, then they'll obviously make more profit when the market does decide to actually create an honest move to the upside. So right now we are kind of stuck in this consolidation until an actual, genuine move kind of plans out. And then for gold and silver, we'll most likely see some consolidation until an actual genuine move happens. But investing in gold and silver is, well, they are safer. They do seem to stick within an actual level. Bitcoin doesn't obviously try to do that as much. It's a bit more naughty in that kind of sense. Doesn't like to stick within these key levels as nicely. But obviously gold does. Gold actually stays within those levels very nicely. I've seen it many times before, and it's nice when gold is trendy on the day and you can actually get a lot of profit. But yeah, yesterday we took an absolutely stinky trade. Like, we was obviously looking for a push towards the upside, but then overnight we saw a consolidation phase. Let me show you. So overnight we saw a consolidation phase. I'll do 5-minute time frame. So let's have a look. I believe this is where we traded yesterday, this area here. Let's have a look. Or was it up more? I'm looking on silver, what the? Right, let's have a look. Yeah, this is no, it wasn't there. It was here. So this is where we traded yesterday. And then we still had a bullish, we had a long position on. And then we kind of came high, kind of broke through this resistance level, but it looks like a fake out right now. And then we consolidated throughout the whole of the night. So from 10 p.m. all the way up until about 7:15. 7:15, we broke through the support level, consolidated slightly, and then took a big move down to this level of 77,610, which is the short-term support level that we have. As you can see, we've had many touches on this short-term support level. So right now we could see that reclaim of 79k throughout the weekend, or we actually get a further move to the downside and we actually break this short-term support level. And if you break it, we'll definitely be in for a move towards the downside. But that is, we couldn't break it, we have a false break, and then we actually have the genuine move, which is back up to the 80k. So there's a lot of things to watch out for, and yeah, we have to be kind of cautious, but yeah, in this 24 to 72 hour period, we will definitely be expecting something interesting to happen. What about meme coins? Those moves fast. Yes, of course. They move fast. I believe they are not in traditional market times. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, I think they are 24 hours, the same as Bitcoin, because they have been moving. Well, they do move really fast. They move a lot faster in the weekends though. Weekdays, sorry. But yeah, everything is kind of slowed down on the weekends, which is, you know, pretty straightforward, pretty reasonable. Now, so we actually had a look at Sui earlier. Yeah, Bitcoin does look to be trying to push back up to that level. We've had confirmation slightly there. Yeah, it looks to me like we've had a nice confirmation from this bearish candle, and then maybe a push, but it's too soon to tell, because just how like uneasy the whole situation currently is. So realistically, in this, well, like I said, 24 to 72 hours, we'll definitely see something happening. Maybe we get some news, but you know, it's a weekend, nothing too crazy is expected. I'm kind of slightly leaning towards the fact that we get an actual kind of little fix up on the weekend, and then Monday we're already at, you know, 79k, and then, you know, traditional markets open and we actually come back up to the 80k, which will put us back in, you know, the same position that we were in. But that's kind of what I'm, you know, leaning towards. Yeah, so liquidity has not changed. We'll have a look at what we've got for Ethereum as well. $72 now. We're getting less. We're getting less. There's now more liquidity in the downside as well at 77,103. That is kind of a dangerous area, but because this level is at 77,500. So I mean, we could consolidate even further until we actually, you know, get to Monday maybe, and then, you know, the actual real moves start happening. Or we could have that fixed up, like I said. But the fixed up, I don't know. I feel like it's going to take a lot of, you know, power to get back up to that level, as people are scared. People don't want to, you know, invest into Bitcoin right now because, well, the world's in a very stressful situation, and if it gets worse, then they could lose a lot of money. So investors are kind of wary right now on what to do and where to kind of plan for. But if we fail, then that is kind of the next level we're looking for, 71k, maybe even more, but 72. It just depends on how wide this move is. If it's sharp, then yeah, we're looking, bang on 72k. If not, maybe to 74 or something a lot less. It kind of depends on what happens at the end of the week. So right now, you see that this is kind of why I don't really want to be trading gold and silver on a weekend. There's no movement at all. So we've been sat in this zero for, let's say, I don't know, 10-15 minutes definitely. So yeah, I mean right now we can definitely have a look at the traditional coins. So we'll have a look at Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, and so on. So we are currently pushing towards that upside. We have come above that previous peak. We've got some resistance there, like normal. But we are currently in a upwards move, so it looks pretty. Hello. It looks pretty. We're kind of leaning towards the bullish side, but like I said, anything could kind of happen. Trump does like to do things on a weekend. I've said this many times before. So taking that into mind, we may see something fresh happening on the Monday. So right now, this is kind of how we are looking. We've had some confirmation from that. See, we've got confirmation there. So we're kind of trading into a bullish market. But then the support level doesn't seem to be as tight. No, actually, it does look to be more further apart. So we've had a support level here, so a straight one. So we'll go horizontal line. So that's what we've got. And then the market from here decided to just go even further, and now this support level is kind of ignored, and we may be creating a kind of sideways one right there. And if we get a trend line, we could kind of try and catch it. No, not right now. It's too tacky. I'm not really liking the you know, the whole structure of this move. Kind of rounded off as well. We may even come back and touch this support level, or we may even continue coming bearish like we are. Bullish, sorry, bullish. Yeah, so you see Bitcoin, Ethereum, sorry, was trading and moving within this level as well. And then it kind of broke through, but then we may class that as a false break. But we are in a 5-minute time frame, so, well, silver has just, I don't know, just pushed heavily to the upside. For a big moment of not doing anything at all, it has actually made a move. So looking at the MACD indicator, we may even see a downtrend. So we've got that first peak at the top there, second one, and then potentially we could have a third one. So realistically, right now we could have, we could be waiting for this next peak to form. So we've got a peak, and then maybe a peak here, and then a further move to the downside. But that's if we get it. That's if we get that peak, and it actually does stop below this one. Now it's too hard to tell with the MACD. But it does look slightly like we may be pushing it down a little bit further. So if we do get a push now down to this level, I think I've actually cancelled this position, but I will put it in. I will put it back in. So we had 2,173.06 for a long position. So we will actually come in for that long position. 2,177.8. Let's actually do 2,180. As it's 99, you know, 2,180. Expected profit is 310. So we will place that position there, so it's just ready and waiting. Yeah, we're fine. Now we'll do 101. So we stick in with this 3-to-1 ratio of profit. And now I believe we'll most likely see crude oil now coming back up. Yes. Slowly, but yes, it is slowly coming back up. We have just got some news. Critical. Well. Critical. China and the United States have agreed to mutually reduce tariffs. According to Bloomberg, after talks between Trump and Xi Jinping, the two-sided agreement on measuring to expand trade. That is going to be a pretty critical. Yeah, that's going to be a big move. That is going to be a big move. So we've got some positive news for Bitcoin. We don't have too much availability left, but we will come in for a slight long position there. We'll actually leave the market order open, just in case. Right, you guys can watch that trade for me, and I'll be back very, very shortly.
fall for me. Don't put your trust in me. Don't even love me. I want you, honey. I don't get emotional. If I don't pick up your call, don't for me. Don't.
Hello everyone, I'm back. So, Bitcoin is pushing. Bitcoin is pushing. If we've got any news in the meantime. Well, that news, I'm not too sure on this source though. Nexter, according to Bloomberg, I haven't really got anything from Bloomberg though. What? What is going on? This computer actually doesn't like me sometimes. It doesn't like me sometimes. Trump. Pig. Could be fake. Could be fake. So yeah, guys, make sure you actually do have a look at your news sources, because sometimes you could have a look at something fake. Some people do actually like to do that, like misinformation, give people like false news to try and create some kind of move that they are looking for. Sometimes it actually works, and yeah, they obviously benefit from it, but you can, on the same thing, lose a lot of money. So say if you base it off of a weak source, or something that's actually not true, you can definitely put yourself in a bad position for a trade as well. Personally, I haven't done that because I tried to confirm the news sources straight away before I actually position myself. But I have seen over this whole week talks on Trump and Jinping making these deals, so I was able to put myself in a decent position. The IDF said that they have killed Is al-Din al-Haddad, the head of Hamas military wing, and were the last senior Hamas leaders involved in planning the October 7th massacre. good. That's good. What have we got for Ethereum?
in my bones. Ooh, I don't think I'm ever alone. All alone.
So look at oil, see if oil has taken any effect on that tweet. It was, what was it, NBC News? Or what was it?
I can't find the strength.
We'll get rid of that. ABC News. Guess it's kind of legit, but at the same time, we want to be seeing something from Bloomberg that is a good Reuters. You know, they are good sources that I personally use. Bitcoin's doing pretty well. Gold is doing better. Silver, on the other hand, is not looking too positive. So when we actually see conflict rise, most of the time, gold would actually rise as well, as it's a safe haven asset, and people actually, well, come out of the fear factor of these crypto values, so like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and kind of maybe, well, some put their money into gold because gold is safer, and if, you know, war escalates, then yeah, the prices of gold actually do increase. Looking to be pushing higher and higher on Bitcoin now. We haven't actually seen any more liquidity. Ethereum has more liquidity than Bitcoin. That's crazy. Like normally we never actually see that. Bitcoin usually has a lot more liquidity than Ethereum. Bitcoin is looking about 72 mil, whilst Ethereum's at 100. But let's have a look. Yeah, so that's not a zone that's been swept yet. So 2191, sorry, is kind of the area we may even be pulling to. Bitcoin is coming bullish. So let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is, yeah, it's slightly under this. It's actually back in this key level. We've had some confirmation on this upside, but the level is still there. It's still in effect in that case, and the level that we are kind of looking for is 2191. So realistically, that is the origin of this big bearish move. So we are, let's have a look, 2191 was it? Yeah. So this is kind of where we have this 100 million liquidity lay. So we do have a very, very, very long way to go, but it is doable. It is doable. But yeah, a heavy kind of impact is definitely the news. So if we get some, you know, negative news, then I don't think we'll be claiming that liquidity. Like yesterday we had a trade on, and we actually had about 200 million liquidity at 82k. Now the market did consolidate for the whole of the night, and then about 7 a.m. we saw a big drop. Well, we saw a slight drop, a slight bit of consolidation under the support level, and then a further but very, very large drop to the downside. And now we're kind of at the level of 77,500. So we have got a couple of trades on right now. We could come in for a trade on Ethereum, but we could also maybe wait on a move towards a downside first before actually making a rational trade, because the market is very slow moving, so we have to kind of take that into consideration, and we're not expecting any large moves to happen for us to make a quick profit, and some nice profit that wouldn't obviously take too long. So we kind of got to position ourselves the best we can, as it takes a lot longer to reach a certain level. So right now Bitcoin is kind of pushing towards the upside, but it's having some trouble actually getting through. Let's have a look. Yeah, so as you can see, we've had some trouble getting through to the upside. I think we've got a crossover there on the MACD indicator, which is not too good of a sign. Yeah, we've got a crossover, so we may even be coming for a push to the downside now. So you can see every time we've crossed over, here, here, here. So when the orange line, well, yeah, orange, yellow, whatever you want to call it, crosses over the blue one, we do come in for a move to the downside. It's happened here, it's happened here, it's happened here, it's happened here. It's well, what it looks like it's going to happen here as well. So right now, based on that, we could come in and close that position and jump in on a short position. And then we get another crossover, we could come in and close that position. So right now, I'd be expecting to come to this previous low. But we've got a good sign of maybe a bounce back up to that 80k level. So we have actually, it kind of depends on how accurate this support level is. But we do have many confirmations. So this could be a bounce back up to 79k, or we have a rejection from obviously the level, but then we could still crack through. It's yet to be determined. It's yet to be determined. MACD is running pretty accurate, so we can expect that move to actually come and happen. There we go. So the MACD has lost its momentum as well. Silver is going to be, well, it did actually come up pretty high. I think it was down about 70 to 80, but we have slowly come back down to that. Well, we're getting closer and closer to our entry level. So now we're kind of looking on what's going to happen with this MACD indicator, strength index, and kind of judge from that where we could be, exiting this trade. Well, there's been a big bullish candle, surprisingly. not had a crossover yet, so we could still see that move playing out. There's obviously not too much I can tell you on, like, you know, gold and silver, as those two are very slow today. So we don't really have too much to talk on them. There we go. There's a candle that's kind of broken back down below our entry level. There's a bigger move. There's a much bigger move. But it's kind of retreated. Let's actually refresh so we can see what we've got time-wise on this candle. So you can see we've got 30 seconds left on that candle to fully form. Indicators are running alongside each other, which is very nice to see. What did we have for silver? Silver is slowly coming down as well, close to our entry level, as you can see. Very nice. But yeah, Bitcoin is slowly coming on that move to the downside. That previous candle has retreated actually, which may signal a push back up to the upside. We're slowly moving to the upside. Not too worried just yet. Let's have a look. Still the same for Ethereum. Yeah, not too much liquidity. But we can actually aim for a further move to the upside. Conflict is not escalating, and I believe the market will try to push the price back up, seeing as though we have took a big dip right now, and I believe we want to get back up to that 80k level. But if we do get some negative news, you know, worldwide, then yeah, we will not see such a positive outcome for Bitcoin. So we haven't got a crossover just yet. We haven't really got a real indication that price is gonna, you know, change direction. So currently we are in a pretty okay position. It did come up slightly. We did see the price, you know, coming back a little bit, you know, and yeah, we are still bearish. Seems like we're dropping lower and lower, which is well, it's positive for us. It's positive for us. An ideal level we could actually come back into would kind of be, I'd say even a low of here. We have got a major key level here actually. Let me just draw that out for you. So you can see we've kind of how we've been moving within this level. We've got false breaks, we've got confirmation there. So we went based off of this candle here. There's a red bullish bearish candle there. So we had the false break, and then we have yeah, we have the confirmation of the candle right there. A little bit hard to see, but yeah, we do have it. That's the support level. That's a current support level that we have. Now, you can see we've touched the resistance. We've got confirmation on that as well. 1, 2, 3. 3 candles supporting this support level. And then we've kind of pushed up through the resistance with a false break. And then we've kind of now slightly been moving up above it. And now price may even come back within this level. RSI is still pretty good. We've got no crossover. We've got no relative, decrease in the strength. We have a slight little divot there, little dip, but we're at 35, so we're still relatively okay. If we're looking to 20-ish, then yeah, we may be oversold and the strength has kind of, been depleted in the case. There we go. Seems the price is coming back within this major key level. Still in a pretty nice position actually. We're doing pretty nice. We're still coming nice and bearish. labor. No, get out of here. There we go. Very nice. Very nice to see. Gold is down. Silver is down. Bitcoin might be trying to break back up above. But let's see if we get the sellers. Let's see if the sellers actually protect this level and you know, get Bitcoin to come down even further. If you guys have any questions, don't feel scared to drop it in the chat box down below. It'll be nicer for me as well. You know, you run out of things to talk about sometimes, so yeah, it does get like that. Yeah, if you guys want to trade on Everdex as well, very simple, very easy platform. You can have a look in the description of this video and check it out yourselves. If you've got any questions, maybe there's something you're unsure about, maybe you don't understand, then drop it in the comments below and I'll answer you straight away. And good thing is, you are in full control of your funds, so it's decentralized. You don't have the KYC, verification, none of that silly business. So if you guys want to check it out, you can do. See, Bitcoin is trying to break back up above that resistance level there. So we'll see how we go with that. So we might see a false break and then a further move to the downside, or, you know, an actual move back up through that resistance level. Nothing too much actually. We don't want to be actually closing this position just yet, as this candle is very strong and could be a false break. We do actually get that sometimes. Well, actually more times than ever, where we have a strong candle in the direction of, you know, a certain level, and then afterwards we actually get the actual real move happening. So right now it's too early to tell. Actually, I mean, it looks more of a fake out than an actual move, because a fake out is normally as fast as what we're seeing right now. So now if we get the bearish candle kind of matching this whole movement that we've got from this bullish one, then we can kind of rule out and that it is a false breakout. If not, and it actually holds, then yeah, it is a true breakout. So we've still got 20 seconds left on this candle to fully form. We may even see the buyers actually hold this level. So it's a little bit more like difficult to tell on the weekends, as you know, like I said, traditional markets are closed and the movements are a little bit different, as we don't have the volatility and the moves that we have when we're trading on a weekday. So it's a little bit different. So there we go, you can see that that was a fake out. So not a real move, not a real push to the upside. And if we actually got scared and exit this trade, then we would have obviously lost out. So there is a lot of educational stuff in the channel as well, if you guys want to check that out. So we've got videos like things beginners must learn before they start trading, like the 5 things they should learn. There's stuff on indicators and many interesting videos, so check the channel out if you haven't. So you can see we've actually failed to break through that resistance level, but we seem to have a little bit more movement happening right there. Yeah, so this right here is a bit of a strange situation that we've got. So we had a breakout, then it looked like a a fake out, which is a breakout that's not the actual move. So we call that a fake out. Now the price has now come back up above that resistance level. But it all kind of depends if the buyers can protect this level and push the price back down. So it's about holding. If they hold above it, then it's a real move. If not, and they fail to obviously hold above this level, then we can definitely rule out this being a fake out. So let's have a look what have we got for silver. So silver did come actually slightly below 75.78. Ideally, like I said, we won't be coming down to this low that we have. And Bitcoin is having quite a bit of trouble at this level right here. So we kind of wait for now to see an actual move in the direction we want. Got a nice bit of profit there, but it's not too nice comparing to the weekday sessions that we have. We do need crude oil to be coming down even further, which would be very nice to see. Looks like silver has come slightly bullish. Yep. We want to see that coming down as well. Let's have a look. What have we got? No changes in liquidity for Bitcoin. And Ethereum, same, 103. So it's a reasonable amount, but for Ethereum, it's not too crazy. It's not too crazy. So you can see like the difference. We've got a very heavy difference of liquidity in shorts and longs. 55.9 longs, 2.96 in shorts. And our whales are extremely bearish right now. Before, let's say about 30 minutes ago or so, maybe even 40, we actually had the whales being extremely bullish when we saw obviously the green area was all the way to, it was full to the brim. Now we are continually trying to crack through this level, but we're getting lower and lower, which shows we've got weakness and are looking to come for a push to the downside. So on flow, you can see the exact moves that are happening within the market. Now we are in the 5-second time frame, and we do have a very nice view of what has happened in this short space of time, where the price has struggled to kind of keep coming bullish. So each time we've had well, this was the first push that we had, so this is that peak. Then we had another pushback, but it's lower, and then we've had another one and then another one, but they all seem to be lower. So there, which suggests to me there's a weakness to coming for a push to the upside. Whales are extremely bearish as well as retail. Retail is slightly bearish, but we do have 55 million in longs, and liquidity does lie in the upside. So I believe we'll most likely get consolidation up until the weekend ends. So from Monday, we'll definitely see something a little bit more interesting happening. And there we've had a bigger push towards the downside. Let's have a look. Yep. So there's that nicer candle there. But let's actually keep our eyes on flow, so we can actually see exactly what's going on. Oh, we've got a big push there. So right now it's kind of hard to tell. So we're getting pretty convincing moves in both directions. But the question is, are we going to come above this previous peak that we have? If so, then we could be in for a further move to the upside. If not, then I believe we'll see a rejection and a fall back down. We've come past that previous peak now, but we actually do need to hold this level. Silver's staying relatively playing dead. It's playing dead. That's what silver's doing right now. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is coming bullish. It's coming bullish. We did actually come below this resistance level, but it seems we still are in like a push towards the upside. $103 million liquidity for Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has had a big push as well. So ideally, we could have even taken that trade off of that level there, 2,173. I kind of thought I put in a limit order, but okay. Somehow it's not there. I was very, very certain actually put in that limit order, but yeah, I can't see it there. So we'll actually see what happens with Ethereum, and then if we do come back to this support level, then we can actually come in for a long position. I did actually put a long position in, but I will put it in again, seeing as though it's not been taken. So 2,173.06. And we are looking to 2,181. 2,181. So let's keep our eye on that there. We're not looking too positive for Bitcoin. I seem to be coming up to that entry. Not too much on the news today. Yeah, it's nothing. It's obviously not going to be too impactful, which is pretty expected. Do a 3-to-1 ratio on all them trades there. $97. Yeah, Bitcoin is still trying to push through to the upside. We came slightly within our entry. So positive on all them trades, but we're not seeing much movement. We're not seeing much movement at all. Ideally, we want to see Bitcoin coming all the way down back to this support level. We've kind of been trading within this resistance that we have at the top. So we want to see silver and gold also taking a move to the downside as well. Got another push from Bitcoin there. that another fake out? Was that another fake out? It may have been. It may have been. It may have been. I mean, gold and silver have been lacking today. They've been they've been very, very slow. I mean, it's Saturday overall, but I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting a little bit more. Bitcoin's still in the same spot. Still in the same spot. We've not seen any kind of nice move towards this support that we have. Oh, I've just cleared that resistance level. Let me try and see where we are. Get rid of that, get rid of that. $15-minute time frame. No. There, that's what we are looking at. Yes. So we are currently above this resistance level, but we are trying to still pull down towards. We've got a crossover, I believe, forming there. So that might suggest to me that we could be in for a further move to the downside, but not confirmed just yet. We have been sitting in this low end of profit pretty much all this session. Of course, Saturday slow, but we're still productive. We're still productive. kind of just moving within our entry level. Not much movement, not much movement. Is that an actual move though? We need to crack. We actually need to crack through back into this resistance level and actually, you know, come even further down to that support that we had at the bottom. Right now we are kind of trading within this top end. Still moving in the same area. Ooh, got a bigger push there actually from Bitcoin. Gold is still doing pretty nice. Don't really want to be seeing Bitcoin push even further to the upside. There's less liquidity for Ethereum now. And same for Bitcoin, nothing has changed. So we may even be aiming to 78,800. So judging from this kind of, ideally we could have even exited this position at this low, but then we've kind of got something here as well, which may even suggest another move towards the downside. Yeah, we're not seeing. It's literally, the lines are literally running like so close to each other. It's difficult to even predict where price is headed. And the fact that these little squares, well, we've got a very strange pattern. Very strange pattern. Very strange pattern indeed. Yeah, balance is looking dangerous. We took a absolutely horrible trade last night. What do you think about oil? Personally, I was shorting for that moment. We are maybe at a potential top. I'd say the same. To be completely honest. So if we are to actually look at oil, so now we are at, well, the top is 110. It kind of all depends on what the situation on Iran, how it's going to play out. If it plays out nicely, then I believe we may actually see this actually being the high. So the current high was only like what, 103.68, and that was Wednesday the 13th of May. So right now we may even see a further move to the downside. It could be a potential top, but then, like I said, the market is very, very heavily influenced on news and what happens around the world. So yes, it can happen. This could be a nice opportunity to actually come in for a short position, but at the same time, we have to be prepared for what happens. Trump has a big say, and well, yeah, it's very uncertain. That's just the main thing right now, uncertainty. No one knows what could happen. Like any given moment, you could have things going one way, and then they turn out the opposite way in the matter of, I don't know, a day or 2 days. So yeah, the situation is not too pleasant. So we have got the stop loss at this previous peak. So if we do come past the previous peak, then we may even be in for a move further to the upside. But currently, we still are relatively okay. RSI is pulling higher, so we may even be in for a move to the downside. But we was actually trading within this key level, and then we kind of shifted above. But Bitcoin's done that in the long term as well, so looking at a daily time frame. Let's do daily. You can see we've got the same kind of thing, but it's obviously not been trading within this longer one, and then now it's like the upper, and it's like squeezed into the resistance level. But now that's kind of what we got right now. Like we're trading, trading within this level, and we kind of broke above it now. So I believe we just had a crossover there, and it looks like we are leaning to a bearish side. And whales are still extremely bearish, sorry. So that is kind of a positive. But like I said, 78k level, no, 77.5 is a critical level right now. We'll come into the hourly time frame. You can see very critical level. So this whole level could determine where Bitcoin kind of goes. If we bounce off it and reclaim 79k, then I believe we will be back up for a move to 80 and then potentially 82, 83. If we say bounce off, but then try retest it and actually come through the level, then we may even come down to, let's say, 71 to 72k. But like I said, a big factor, news, geopolitics, uncertainty plays a massive factor right now. So if we get something from that side as well, then yeah, we will see that exact move play out. But for now, I am looking for a move to the upside. I want to be coming within this level of support and resistance first. But I feel like the market itself wants to push the price higher, but investors and, well, everyone is kind of on edge right now. So they're kind of sitting on their seats worrying, oh, is Bitcoin going to crash? Is Bitcoin going to crash? Watching every news source, because obviously no one wants to lose money. So we're in a pretty strange spot right now. So we're currently kind of stuck within this level that we've got right now. I'm not seeing too much for Bitcoin today. We did see an actual... we tried to actually get through to the upside quite a few times. We've seen there, and now here as well. But we've kind of failed each time, so I feel like a push to the upside needs something kind of behind it. Because right now the market is looking very, very slow, and we've been in this range for about, well, since 12 o'clock today, and it's coming to 9 p.m. So we've been pretty much in this kind of level all day, which is not too positive. But for all we know, we could see an actual bigger move to the upside if we, well, in the night time, because that's what we got last night. So we had yes, I believe we consolidated all night long, and then about 7 in the morning, we dipped. We came slightly bullish, we consolidated, and then we took a big move towards the downside. So from 79k, we went all the way down to 78k, which is a 1,000 point move, which is pretty crazy. And that's in the space of what, let's say, well, we've got 9 p.m. 9 a.m. sorry, to 10. So in 1 hour, we have dropped 1,000 points. That is crazy. That is crazy. We're pushing higher on Bitcoin now. We are going to leave that trade in as we have kind of calculated where we are looking to kind of go. So if we do get stopped out, we get stopped out. Same for gold and silver as well. Same exact thing. So, looks like silver has woke up. Silver has woke up quite a lot. We are very close to that stop loss, but I believe we'll see a drop like we have seen previously. Alright guys, I'll be back in just a second. at? Music's somehow gone. Not too bad. Silver is on the decline though. Let's have a look at gold. Yeah, it's failed actually to come above this level many times, so I am still looking for a move to the downside for gold as well. And Bitcoin has been consolidating within that same level for quite a while now. No real movements. No real movements. We want to be seeing a move back in to that key level that we was in for all that time. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Let's have a look. What have we got for Ethereum? Ethereum is pushing through the resistance as well. But we have got a limit buy order set at 2,173. So that will be taken once we do come back to the support. We've actually been trading within this level for quite some time. Now we did come slightly bullish, pretty heavily above, but it looks like a fake out. As you can see, the price came back within the level very nicely. We did have a little bit of a push to the downside there. Crude oil is on the move to the downside as well. But this could be an actual area to come in, but at the same time, RSI is looking not too bad to be confirming the strength has died out. So right now we're at 38. If we're looking in a 20 zone, then we would have been in a potential buy area, but yeah, we could still be in a move to the downside, as we've still got some strength to continue. But we are looking in the 15-minute time frame. If we're looking closer, we've got 39, so it's relatively the same. Yeah, so all the time frames from 1 to 15 are relatively the same. Sometimes we do have fluctuations in time frames. Some tell different, some tell different. So right now, I believe we've got shoulders. We've got a neckline here, I believe. Maybe we've got a neckline. That's what it looks like to me anyway. So if we break the neckline, then we could be in for a move to the downside. If not, then so we've got that M shape. We've got that M shape with a neckline, and when we break the neckline, we continue that move. If not, then this is kind of the area where price would make that reversal. So it's kind of an area to watch for right now for crude oil. Ethereum is going outside of this zone pretty nicely. Let's have a look at liquidity. Have we got any difference? 72.85. I don't believe that's any different. And now 84.184 Ethereum. Bitcoin is pushing again. Bitcoin is pushing again. We've had actually many failed attempts to come through to the upside, as you can see here, there, many times, but it seems we can't break to the upside. So what I'm kind of thinking right now, we're going to get consolidation up until the weekend, and then Monday we get something fresh. You know, traditional market is open, and we actually get the proper moves coming into effect. Looking in a better position. Looking in a better position. Let's actually have a look on what we've got coming for the next week. So what we can kind of expect to happen. So Sunday nothing, Monday nothing too crazy. CPI. FOMC meeting minutes. That may be something to watch out for. 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Unemployment change, unemployment rate for Australian dollar, 4:30 a.m. GBP, flash manufacturing, flash services, nothing too crazy. What have we got? Friday, nothing too crazy for the week, so we've got nothing too crazy, but there's still probably going to be something news-wise, you know. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on, you know, what is to come. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Now Bitcoin is coming for a push now to the downside, which is very nice. Bad news today, bad news. It's been relatively the same all session. Like, we've had no, you know, movement really. It's been like this the whole session. Well, I am expecting Bitcoin to come back within and retest this level, but I don't think it'll come as low as this was 77,500, which is this short-term support level. So that's that candle there, I believe. We are currently kind of bounced off of that level. So yeah, we could right now be in for a move to the upside, but the move is relatively slow, so we need something faster to obviously get back up to 79k. Bitcoin view next days. Check out today's video, and that's it. You'll know everything to kind of watch for, levels to watch for, what to expect, and so on. So make sure you check out today's video. I'll tell you everything you need to know in there. Yeah, so we're looking a bit slow. So about no lines are running relatively parallel to each other, so we are okay for now on this downwards move. Ideally, if we do even get to this bottom here, that'll be good. We've obviously failed that top again, so we failed there, rejected multiple times actually. So yeah, RSI is still looking good, 38.54. We're not overbought, we're not oversold. We've still got strengths to come to the downside. MACD is looking pretty healthy. But silver and gold are looking a bit slow today. Well, obviously it's going to be slow. It's not it's a weekend, so you know, I'm not really expecting too much from gold and silver. I have actually got the take profit and stop losses in there, so I'll have to update you guys on Monday how we went with these trades. But yeah, yesterday we took a absolutely insane trade, in a bad sense that is, but yeah, we move. We're down about 5 or 6k, which is very sad. I was looking at my phone, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Bitcoin just dumped. So from about 7 a.m. We came down for a price of, I think it's 79,300 to 78k, which is just in 1 hour. In 1 hour, that is crazy stuff. I believe we can actually see it. Yeah, so this move here, 8 a.m. So it started 7, and then, oh no, that's gold, sorry. 1 hour, there we go, this one. Nope. 1 hour time frame, 4 o'clock. Where are we? 22. This move, I believe, 9 o'clock. So from 7, relatively no movement, and then yeah, we went all the way down. Next bull run when? Oh, hard to tell. But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, because it'll be sometime after this situation with Iran and USA actually ends, because that amount of uncertainty is gonna scare a lot of people, and a lot of people aren't gonna trust putting their money into Bitcoin. So I believe after this whole situation has calmed down and it's finished, then I believe markets will start feeling a lot more healthy, and we'll try to obviously position for a bull run. But I don't know, some people do think we're going to come down to like 72k, some even said 66k. So right now this is kind of a very, very important level that we have. So as you can see, the short-term support level is where we are exactly at right now. So whatever happens in this 24 to 72 hours will kind of be an outlook on where Bitcoin is headed next. So you see, from about the 5th of February till the 12th of April, so I think this is about this is about 2 months or something. 40 days I believe it was. I think I clocked it yesterday. So this is about 40 days of movement, and in this 40 days of movement, the price has been consolidating within the upper range of this major key level. So right now we've had the touch again. So for now we can really expect either a push back up to 79 and then 80 and then so on. If not, if we fail, then we might come for a false break of this level and then continue, or we come down to 72k. But like I said, depends. Well, a big influence is the news and all these things that are happening, so kind of have to prepare for that. So make sure you guys have legit news sources, so you don't want to be trading on false news and then losing money. Alt season, I'm not too sure if I'm completely honest. But actually what's surprising to me is how well Bitcoin has actually performed in this time that we've had this conflict and everything else. Like, we haven't actually seen an insane drop in price, which is pretty crazy. So I think it's with the ETF inflows have been remaining pretty strong over this course of time. And yeah, we've not seen a heavy drop. So I believe maybe that 66k area has now been like fully gone, as people are starting to feel more confident. But the situation does make everything a lot harder. So yeah, we do have to be cautious. So yeah, you guys have to stay cautious as well as I do, and yeah, try to stay within those risk. What have we got? risk margin. So don't obviously over risk, under risk. Just try to be reasonable. Well, I tried to be, but look how things go. What do you think about 59,000 liquidation? I'm not too. That's crazy. 59,000 is just too crazy. I don't believe. Well, I don't even believe. Although 60k, 60k just sounds crazy. Like we're breaking this whole, you know, move. I feel like for something like 60k, we'd have to have something insane happening. But knowing Trump and all these things that are happening, you know, anything can happen. So. Yeah, we are actually coming to an end to the live, so I thank each and every one of you for watching. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to drop them in down in the comments below. You can have a look on Everdex as well. The link will be in the description below. You obviously see me use this can't even speak. You obviously see me use this exchange every day, so. If you've got any questions, then do feel free to drop them in the chat below. We've got a lot of new things on there, so you can check them out. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pepe, River, Chainlink, Polkadot, anything you want to trade, it's on there. So do feel free to check that out if you haven't already. And check out today's video, a breakdown of Bitcoin, where we're headed, and what we could be seeing in the near future. So. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next